Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to the Reptile Barn. Today we just have one quick topic, and that is exercise. So, I've got a ball python out for you. This is not known as a high energy, high maintenance kind of snake. In fact, one of the things people often say is a great thing about ball pythons is that you can kind of just keep them in a little tub and they're totally happy their whole life, right? Without moving around a lot. Well, I don't quite agree. So, first thing first, how do you even exercise a reptile? If you think that it's important, like we do, what can you do? We think of like people. We exercise by, cardio or lifting weights or things like that. That's not really what it means for a snake, for example, to get exercise. Really, movement that requires the use of all of its muscles is exercise. So if it's being handled and it's moving around a lot, that's exercise. If you're somebody who feeds live, this is kind of a plug for feeding live. That's good exercise for the snake to have to capture and then overcome their prey. Climbing things is excellent exercise for a snake. So this has been on my mind because I've been chatting with Victor Herrick, who is the breeder we got our Eastern Indigos from, and he was just talking about how he almost never has snakes get egg bound. He has even acquired females from other people who the female got egg bound for that breeder, sometimes multiple times. He gets these snakes, they never get egg bound again. And he firmly believes that it's because he gets all of his snakes exercise every day, which is pretty incredible. He has a lot of animals. He has built PVC snake jungle gyms, and he just gets out an adult or whatever snake and he puts it in the jungle gym, and he has a timer, and every 15 minutes he switches out snakes. So every snake gets jungle gym time every day, or close to it. Regardless, a lot of exercise. He also lives in Arizona, so he has nice weather year round, and he can often take his snakes outside. In Alaska, we have more of a struggle with that. But so I wanted to bring up just the idea of how do you exercise a snake, but really what I want to talk about is it important? We had kind of a similar situation that Vic was telling me about. We had a female ball python that we had purchased as an adult, and she struggled to lay her eggs. She didn't end up getting egg bound where she actually couldn't pass them without surgery or something, but it was like 4 days of labor. It was very hard on her. And for a ball python, that's not normal. And so we decided throughout the next year to exercise her more. We handled her a lot more. She had been a lazy eater where we'd just throw in a dead rat and she would slither up at her leisure and eat it, right? Well, we forced her with tongs to actually strike the rat and take it and wrap it up. And that's good exercise for them, right? We didn't let her just slither up and eat it. So the next year, she laid a perfect clutch of eggs with 0 problems, and we were very happy to see that. Now, I don't have scientific proof yet of my theory on exercise. However, I do not believe that an animal that can do this should be in a tub that's, maybe the length of the snake its entire life. It should get out. It needs exercise. In the wild, they have to get out of their tunnels, or at least cruise through their tunnels in order to find prey, or in order to find mates, or in order to find a nesting site. Or water. There's all sorts of reasons they have to get out and about. Exercise is good for them, right? And I think the other problem with tubs is they're so shallow that they only ever move side to side. I think it is good for these animals to be able to use all the muscles on their back and on their belly, things where they're moving up and down, not just side to side. Anyway, so I just wanted to make this quick video because this has been on my mind, and that tends to be when I make videos. But get creative. Maybe you have a climbing wall in your house and you can supervise some snake climbing. As you can see, ball pythons are comfortable climbing on things. That doesn't mean that that's, you know, their natural habitat, but clearly she knows what she's doing up here. I have a hand on her because I'm just a worrier, but she is doing this completely on her own. And this is a big adult female. You know, this isn't a wiry little baby. So, pretty cool. Just wanted to show off a snake climbing a climbing wall and talk about exercise. So please, I guess my final plug before we end this video is handle your snake. That's all there is to it. If you bought this beautiful pet animal, get it out. Get it out of its cage. Even every day. If your snake is well socialized, a 10-minute handling session each day is not going to overstress your snake, I promise. You know, if it's sick or if it just ate, of course there's times where you don't want to handle it. But overall, handle your snake frequently. Get it exercise, get it mental stimulation. I don't know how bored a ball python gets, but I'll bet that it exists. I'll bet that it does. So, let your snake exercise a variety of movements. Let it see new things, smell new things. I am a big fan of what I've seen a lot of people doing with bioactive enclosures. It seems to really stimulate these animals a lot. So find ways to take better care of your pet. Don't just settle for the basic industry standard. We're always looking for things to do better. We have some ideas for our future as a business to take even better care of our animals, so stay tuned. We're going to let her climb around a bit more and put her back in her tank, and until next time, we're the Reptile Barn.